storm that come from the sun on 6 September 2017 took the lives of around 400 people in Florida. But how was this possible? Actually, in 2017 there was a tsunami in Florida which razed the building to the ground. And now, efforts are on save the people's lives from this disaster. For this, the US government started a rescue operation and started evacuating people safely for this tsunami, but unfortunately, during the same time, a problem struck, which completely disturbed the radio communication of the entire Florida. In short, a total radio blackout. And this problem was the solar winds coming from the sun. What happened was that due to the lack of proper communication, the National Guard was not able to take proper action and 200 people died. But when research was done on these solar winds, then this thing come to light. It has been revealed that it is quite common for the solar winds to hit the Earth's atmosphere. Every day, many solar flares keep hitting the Earth and you will not believe it. But the last solar flame hit the Earth on 4 January this year. It collided with the magnetosphere. The impact of that collision was so great that the orbital path of the satellite revolving around the Earth was completely blacked out. Now, after hearing about this accident, if you feel that this is the destruction caused by solar winds, that is the extreme limit, then you are absolutely wrong. Here, just listen to this. It sounds like low frequency whistle, right? But let me tell you, if this frequency wave hit the earth, then this is what your house would look like. All the electrical appliances as well as the electric poles installed at various places will burn within minutes. There will be a blackout on the solar earth, which will be an electrical blackout because the frequency of this wave will start matching with the low frequency of our power grid. And now, as soon as these two frequencies match, extra voltage will be generated in the power grid and a big explosion will take place. And you know who will be most affected by this explosion? Well, hospitals. Because as we know, many patients in hospitals are on ventilator. Will have now, if there is no electricity, then the condition of the patients kept on ventilators will keep deteriorating and ultimately they will die. Now, I know you must be thinking that they are generators in the hospitals. So let me tell you that they are generators in hospitals. Those max to max are operational for only 8 hours. And the blackout we are talking about will take about 1 to 2 weeks to repair those electricity grids. Due to this blackout, the count of accidents will also increase because of the no electricity. That means there are no traffic signals, and in such a situation, due to absence of power signals on every road, the count of accident will obviously start increasing. But now, electricity will not be the only reason behind the increase in the count of these accidents. Just listen to this sound. This voice is as scary as it sounds. It is many times more deadly than what you are saying. Because as soon as it reaches the earth, such a situation will arise that our internet will stop working. This is because these waves will tear through the earth's magnetosphere and destroy all the satellites in the JP. It will destroy everything, which will lead to one problem after another, ultimately leading to internet footage. Now if there is no internet, that means no GPS and again accident. So friends, now after hearing all this, there is no doubt that these solar winds are really dangerous for us and they can be very dangerous for our earth. Now, if you want to save our earth from this, then there is only one way. These solar winds should be stopped from reaching the atmosphere of our earth by any means. Keeping this in mind, NASA on the 12th August, the world's most advanced solar probe was launched. It made a record of reaching closest to the sun in just 3 months of its launch. It is even hundreds times closer to the earth. Now, I know this question must be running in your mind that if seen practically, there is a distance of 70 lakh to 1 crore kilometers between the corona and the surface of the sun. Yet, how is the surface temperature of the sun lower than the corona? Well, this is exactly what is happening at NASA. To answer this question, look, these are the different layers of the sun, out of which this is the photosphere, whose temperature is around 5500 degrees Celsius. What actually happens is that the high pressure and temperature of the sun separate the protons and electrons of hydrogen and helium, due to which there is a lot of light in the photosphere of the sun. A hot soup of positive and negative ice is formed, which is nothing but plasma. Now, because the gravity of the sun is high, and that is why its magnetic line get tangent in themselves like this. But the real scene of distraction begin. After this, the magnetic lines entangle with each other. Matter get trapped in it. Something after this matter cool down, it from plasma cloud and it start raining plasma on the surface of the sun. But sometime as soon as two plasma come in contact with each other, they are collides in which a big blast take place whose sparks reach each planet of the solar system, and this whole process is also called coronal mass injection in scientific language. But just look at this surface, this elephant, it is called critical surface. As long as the plasma is inside the surface, there is nothing to worry, because inside the even critical surface, the effect of the sun gravity is very high, due to which the plasma inside the boundary start getting attracted towards the sun again. But when this plasma come out of the surface boundary, it takes the form of triple solar winds, the devastation caused by which we have already seen, and that is why the Parker Solar Probe has been designed very smartly to avoid such a situation. A carbon composite cell, its filter in it, whose job is to protect the instrument from the high temperature. I mean, because of this cell, even if the temperature in front of it 25 degrees Celsius as much as our room temperature. And that is why all the sensor are the electronic components are fixed behind it, so that in fact it is because of this powerful shield that speed the PSP begins so close to the sun. We still get very little heat. It is able to send images and sounds. So to capture these images and sounds, many important instruments have been installed in it, like wide field imager for solar probe or Whispers, which is a camera that can also easily capture CME and solar winds. The second important instrument is the electromagnetic fields investigation instrument field. This is the same instrument that has captured the sound coming from the sun. But wait a minute, there is a vacuum in space, right? So how did this instrument record the sound of the sun? Look, they are the field. So what happened is that first all of these 5 antennas installed on it, it detects the solar winds and CMEs coming from the sun. After that, these highly sensitive magnetometers study the magnetic field of the sun in 3D. Like this, when the probe is far away, the magnetic flux are less, and this part which detects it turns on. And on the other hand, when the probe is near the sun, the magnetic flux are more, which get turned to detect the magnet. The magnet turns on, and then the search coil magnetometer fitted in it measure how the SCM magnetic field is changing. And finally, as soon as the data is collected from all the sensors, it is transmitted through the transmitter to the onboard electronic circuit. The sound was recorded with the help of plasma waves. There are many particles in space, so how can scientists say with such confidence that this sound is of the particles of the solar winds only? Well, by using integrated scientist investigation of the sun, ISO is, just look at it, how smartly it has been done. There are 2 instruments in it, EPI AO, which detects low energy solar particles, and the other EPI AI, which detects high energy particles. Not only this, to study these particles or more specifically, NASA has included solar, another instrument named Wind Electron Alpha and Proton Shape has also been fitted, which can measure the velocity, density, and even the temperature of these particles. So it becomes clear what is milk and what is water. Friends, the potential of Parker Solar Probe is not limited to solar winds and CM waves. In fact, we can use plasma waves emanating from solar energy as high energy fuel. MIT has even started a research on this. Scientists believe that by studying plasma waves, we can create a man-made star on Earth, and by using the renewable energy emanating from it, we can also save Earth fuel by replacing them. If you will get some information from this video, I also got to learn something new. Definitely give a like. Till then, stay curious.